What is the Wagner Group? Wagner is actually a group of entities that operate as a private military company, or PMC. These PMCs can be hired by governments for security or combat services. They aren't uncommon. The United States has used private military companies during the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. However, there are differences between the commonly accepted definition of a PMC and Russia's version of the companies. As Wagner's publicity has grown, so has that of its shadowy founder, Prigozhin. His work running a catering company with Kremlin contracts earning him the nickname Putin's Chef. But Prigozhin long denied any connection to the group before finally admitting to being its founder last year. Prigozhin is a mastermind of media and social media. While Putin and his propagandists have been dominating the Russian television and traditional outlets, Prigozhin is innovative because he had weaponized a network of military correspondents, and bloggers. Prigozhin is wanted by the FBI for conspiracy to defraud the United States. The federal law enforcement agency is offering a $250,000 reward for information leading to Prigozhin's arrest for allegedly overseeing the political and electoral interference at the St. Petersburg. The agency, for which Prigozhin was the primary funder, worked to interfere with the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Prigozhin openly and increasingly criticized Russia's top military commanders as the country failed to make significant gains in Ukraine. Meanwhile, he has positioned himself as a hero. Wagner first popped up in Ukraine in 2014 when soldiers in unmarked uniforms appeared to help pro-Russian forces illegally annex territory for Russia. Before that, the group is believed to have been involved in supporting Russian forces in Syria. In 2022, the private army became a major part of Russia's invasion, even recruiting fighters from Russian prisons and promising them pardons to beef up numbers on the battlefield. In addition to deploying Wagner groups to Ukraine, the Wagner Group has been active in Africa, where some nations have turned to the private army to fill security gaps or pop up dictatorial regimes. In most cases, they provide training for local military forces, local security forces, but they are also engaged in VIP protection, also in guarding. And if necessary, they are able to conduct also high-intensity operations. In some countries like the Central African Republic, Wagner exchanges services for almost unfettered access to natural resources. A CBS News investigation found that Russian cargo flights stopped in the country twice a week, possibly smuggling billions of dollars worth of gold back to Russia. In addition to gold, CBS News also found Wagner was involved in illegal timber harvesting in CAR, another lucrative source of income. Putin said on June 27th, just after the failed Wagner uprising, that the Russian government had paid more than $1 billion to the Wagner Group during over the last year. The state paid to the Wagner Group 86.262 billion rubles, around $1 billion, for salaries for fighters and incentive rewards between May 2022 and May 2023 alone. The Russian president said in a televised meeting with law enforcement officials. The group's name appears to come from a man credited with co-founding it, Dmitry Utkin, a former officer in Russia's military intelligence agency, the GRU. Utkin retired from the Russian security services but went on to serve as a senior military command for the Wagner Group, a role he's believed to still hold. That's it for today's video. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.